Hello everybody, my name is Denise, and on behalf of all of us here at the Fred Astaire Dance Studio, we wanted to give you some things to keep you guys occupied and exercising and moving and dancing, of course, as best as we can throughout these times. I hope that you're all well, and just to get the blood flowing a little bit, I'm going to be showing you a series of exercises which will demonstrate a good way just to easily warm up or cool down before dancing or doing any sort of training, or even if you're doing housework, it's a great way to kind of keep busy and give yourself a little movement. I'm going to show these movements pretty quickly. I will let you know that you should be doing these repetitions more times. I will show you how to warm up from head to toe and just get all your joints and body going. Okay, so normally when warming up your entire body, you do want to generally start either from the bottom or from the top. I prefer the top. We are dancers. We definitely want to be light on our feet, so it's always bringing us up to that top stance. So we're going to, of course, I want everybody just to stand shoulder width apart or hip width apart, just where you're comfortable. We want to make sure we can just relax and pull ourselves up. So we're going to start with the head. So what happens is we do have different directions the head can go in. So first we're just going to begin nice and easy by bringing the head forward and back. We're going to bring the head forward all the way down, so our chin will touch the chest, and then bring it all the way back up so your chin touches up to the sky. Points up, good. So all the way back down, touching the chest, and then back, slowly all the way back till your chin is pointing towards the sky. Very important here, it's very easy to get nice and relaxed and close your eyes. Please don't do that. Keep your eyes open. It's a good way to practice your spotting, which later on in some sessions you may learn more about. So now we're going to move to the left and to the right. So we're going to actually look to the left and really try to look over our left shoulder, and then all the way to the right. And you just want to go just as you feel a little bit of a pinch, nothing to strain. And this is why we're going slowly, so we can feel this motion. All right, very good. All the way, again, keeping my eyes open. Now we have one more little movement to do. We are going to actually just lean our head over down to our left shoulder and to the left. So you can do that multiple times. I usually like to do counts of 8, of course. That's kind of a habit. So just do as you wish, depending on your time and the space you have. So the next thing we're going to do, we also need to make sure we have circular motion. So there's 2 different ways we can pretty much do the circular motions. We're going to go from the right shoulder, chin all the way down, stretching the back of the neck, and looking up to the left shoulder and back down. So this is our lower arc of head rotation. This is our lower arc. Now we're going to have our upper arc. We're going to have our rainbow. We're going to draw the rainbow. All of our follows will know exactly what we're talking about. This is your movement from close to promenade position and from promenade to close. Beautiful. If you're feeling up to it, you could definitely do the full circle around, nice and slow, stopping here to focus, all the way around to focus, find your eyes and back. You go. And you can move it the other way around, focus your level eyes, all the way around, focus your eyes. Good, and that's pretty much the movements we have just to move the neck and get the head flowing and make it nice and light for us to keep a relaxed face when we dance, even though the muscles are working. The next we have our shoulders, of course. Shoulders are really fun. I really like working my shoulders out because it does give me a lot of power and movement and makes me feel very light. So I'm going to take both my shoulders and just send them right back. I'm going to roll them up as far as I can and send them right back. Very nice. Make sure we control the shoulders all the way while making this circle. The shoulder blades have to go back and around. It's not an up and a drop. So we want to make sure that our shoulders are engaged all the way around. Awesome. Now we're going to bring it back forward. We're going to reach back and bring our shoulders forward. And again, and you can repeat these again as many times as you like, nice and easy. It should give you time to breathe. Awesome. Good. Now from here, we're going to make sure that our shoulders go up and up. And up and up. So we're just alternating, giving up energy from the shoulder, right? And now we're gonna take the other shoulder that's going down and push in with the shoulder going down. So you have control of that movement as well. It kind of looks the same, but it's not. You wanna just push that shoulder down. Good, now we kind of got the shoulders going. We can have a little fun with this. Sometimes I like to play some good music, and I can add a little bit of a bounce to it and do one shoulder at a time. Makes me feel like I'm dancing. Gets me ready for my arm style movements and stuff like that. I can have a lot of fun with it. It's also cool to use in a club, not right now, but eventually. So then we're gonna move out and kind of, this is gonna start strengthening us slowly and getting us prepared for frame. We're going to bring our arms just straight out, a little bit in front of your body line. You wanna keep them about 1/8 in front of your body line so you have your arms straight out. Now we're just gonna keep tone and keep from our shoulders to our elbows level and parallel to the floor, and we're going to start working our elbows, okay? So elbows, we want to make sure that we kind of dangle them to find out kind of that spot. Very good. You can start doing the robot suit. Okay, so you're gonna have circular motions outward. You're just gonna try to keep those elbows right there and circular motions outward. Very nice. And then you're gonna bring it in. Ta-da, ta-da, cool. This is kind of also where the kind of arm style stays. Good point. This is exactly where the style and everything will come from. So you have the circular motions. Good. Now you should feel a little bit of a burn in your shoulders. It's good. You want to make sure that you feel that. Okay. So you have those elbows going. We've got them up here. Now we're going to extend. You'll find now at this point when you extend your wrists, it feels a little bit easier at the arms. We're still keeping our shoulders down, making sure that everything's in line, and we're just gonna start by circling the wrists back. Good, I got some cracks going. Awesome, and the other way around. Just gonna circle, nice and easy. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna engage our arms, and we're gonna just alternate our wrists, down and up. Very nice. We're gonna center our fingers straight out, energy out our fingers, and we're just gonna circle back a little bit of toning. Just a little bit sideways, right? A little bit backwards. Gonna keep those arms straight out a little bit forwards. Make sure it's nice and toned. Good, and shake it out. Good, so that's a little bit of a movement you can do just to get the blood flowing up top, and now you're starting to feel almost lighter. So what we wanna make sure we do, now we're going to get back into our kind of here shoulder width position and stance for good balance. We're going to bring those arms back out, and now we're going to engage our reaching motion. So we're going to have a reach. We're using reach. We don't want to try to use our hips too much. We're just reaching the upper part of the body, one side and the other, one side, the other. Good. So we're good. You can do that. Awesome. Good. You can relax. Bring your arms up, back down, bring your arms up, and back down to loosen everything up. Okay, so now that we got the upper part of the body going, now we're going to get a little bit more stretched out and get the midsection going, getting down into the hip area. So what we want to do right now that our arms are nice and light, we're going to widen our stance even more for some more support. We're going to bring our right arm up and we're just going to pull with the right hand with the tips of your fingers to feel a nice little stretch here, a nice reach, and bring them all the way around. Get your midsection going, just a little bit of a side stretch. Good. And the other way around. And back we go. Very nice. Okay. Now that we have that going, we want to get into some more pelvic and hip action, of course, and get those joints nice and loose. So what we want to do, we're going to bend our knees ever so slightly, just so we're even more grounded. And we're actually going to begin just by moving our hips side to side. Just side to side, that's all it is. That's a little bit silly, but it actually does help a lot. Just controlling that, you can feel actually if you're really grounded through the heels. You can just dig your heels right into the ground. Play, like I said, all this is much better with music. I wanted to make sure that I could tell you guys what's going on, so we didn't want music distracting. But at home, definitely get the flow going. Do your jam. It's kind of fun. Then we're going to make sure that we can, after side to side, we want to make sure that we can go forward and back and really contract. Really contract. You really want to send the hips forward and just extend them all the way back. All the way. You can feel, if you feel a little bit of burn in your thighs, just shake it off, bring it back down, forward, and all the way back. Good. Now what we're going to do is exactly what we did with our head movement. So what we've done, we're going to have our forward circle, and we're going to have our back circle. A lot of, now your thighs are hurting, your abs are working, this is great. And you're still moving those nice joints. You're using everything you can to make it light for them. Go all the way around one way, and all the way around another way. Cool, now you're ready. Okay, so now that we've done that, we're gonna shake off our legs a little bit. It's always hard when we get down to the knees. Those of us who have hip joints, knee, ankle issues will definitely know as we get to those parts. Please take it easy for those of you who do have any sort of injuries in those areas. The knees are usually pretty tough, so first we want to make sure, like always, to send our knees together. Even in dancing, this will help when we bend our knees. We want to actually feel how our knees are actually meeting right in the middle. Okay, and we want to make sure that we have a nice solid point so we can actually keep everything nice and low and just bring our knees around together so we have the support. It's not one or the other. It's a solid movement. You're just going to keep it nice and soft. You don't want to straighten it all the way up, that'll hurt. Just find your happy place and you can hold on. Just roll your knees a little bit. Good. Okay, so now the knees are going a little bit. And now what we're going to do is what I like to call singles and doubles. This is a little bit of a test before we get into our other exercises. So we're going to get into our ankles a little bit. So what's going to happen is we're going to have a single, single, double, double. The double is hard. I will show you what I mean. This is a challenge. You're going to press on your left foot just to feel that ankle, to have that extension, and your right foot. So those are your singles. So you have a single and a single. So you have one lean and the other. Very good. You're working your knees, keeping them nice and soft, one at a time, and feeling the weight in the ball of your foot, working the ankle. Okay, now for those of you who feel you want to challenge, I'm going to push it a little bit extra. You're going to have a single, and a double, double. Just feeling that balance in the middle. So you have left, right, and up, and up. Left, right, and up, and up. So you don't want a lot of body rise here. You're just working your ankles and feeling your weight over top of it. And that's pretty much at the end. You want to roll out your ankles, make sure they're good. You want to just give them a little bit of a roll. Do a little bit of up and downs, right? And at this point, normally you would go into a cardio workout, for example, any sort of aerobics or Zumba or so on and so forth. If you're going, you're like, your body and I are actually ready to tone, as opposed to just kind of going straight into it and having some aches. So I hope that's been helpful. I hope you enjoy it. There's more fun things to come, so stay tuned, keep safe, and keep the blood flowing. Thanks, guys.